Disclaimer, I'm totally I didn't even put real clothes on today. I put my robe on and I'm okay with that. Welcome back to my channel. So today, unfortunately, I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm a little under the weather, but I really wanted to get this video out. So today, I'm just going to be talking about what fibromyalgia feels like from my perspective. So of course, fibromyalgia is an invisible illness, so other people can't necessarily see how we're feeling. So I think it's important to try to kind of describe what we feel living with fibromyalgia so that people can get a better understanding. So I wrote down a few notes as to what my fibro commonly feels like. The big one that I can think of is just wanting to like unzip my body and like hang it up in the closet, because sometimes I just say like I'm so uncomfortable in my body, and it has nothing to do with self-image or anything like that. I love my body. I'm blessed to have this body, but sometimes I just want to like zip it off and hang it up like a coat because I just don't want it. The weight of my body sometimes is overwhelming. I just feel so heavy. So that's one of the common things that I usually feel, is just wanting to zip it off and hang it up. Another thing I can describe my fibromyalgia feeling like is a combination of always having the flu and being in a boxing match but doing none of the punching. So you're just constantly getting beaten up because you have some symptoms of fibromyalgia can be quite flu-like. The fatigue, fibrofog is the worst. But anyways, fibromyalgia can sometimes have flu-like symptoms, and so you definitely always feel sick pretty much. And then with the pain, you just feel like you're getting beaten up constantly and you can't ever hit back. It's like those dreams that you have where you're trying to hit somebody and you can never hit them. That's like real life. Another way to describe what fibromyalgia feels like is having shoes made out of cinder blocks or concrete, because sometimes just literally getting up out of bed and walking and just going about your day is such a daunting task, and it feels like you're so bogged down. Actually, like, the heaviness is what I think I want to describe that fibromyalgia feels like, because it's a heaviness on your body, like you feel like an elephant sitting on you. And it can also be a heaviness described with your mental symptoms as well. So it's definitely a heaviness is how I'd like to describe how fibromyalgia feels. And the last way I can think of describing how fibromyalgia feels is doing a really hard workout, but you've actually just been sitting on the couch or laying in bed and you get none of the results of a workout. It just feels like you've done like 100 crunches, 2,000 push-ups, some burpees, and you've literally done none of that. You probably just tried to get through your regular day, and that's what it equates to, is someone going through a really hard workout, or like playing in a football game and just getting tackled. Like I said, I feel it's so important that we try to describe to others who don't have fibromyalgia what we might be feeling, so that they have a better understanding and can try to connect to your story and have a little bit more empathy for others. Because with invisible illnesses, not even just fibromyalgia, this includes a ton of other invisible illnesses, you don't see the pain or the struggle that someone may be going through. And I think especially with me, I'm very good at putting a brave face on and saying I can get through it, which is definitely why I've been trying to stick to my fibro resolutions that I made this year, which is like not pushing myself, knowing when to take a break. And I think I've been doing pretty well with that, and I've just been giving myself a break. Like if I can't do laundry, it just doesn't get done. Hopefully I'm not the stinky kid in class, but Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So something I've been doing recently as well is going on Twitter and Instagram especially, and finding others with fibromyalgia, chronic pain, and other chronic and invisible illnesses, and following them and reading up on their stories. Some of them have blogs and YouTube channels, so it's kind of nice to see people's stories through different social media platforms. But I think it's really good for me. It puts my struggles in perspective, and I can see how other people might be struggling and how they might be thriving, and it's just been something that's been good for me lately. So like I said, I think it's so important to share our stories so that other people can relate and have empathy and see what we really go through. So if you have any fibromyalgia, chronic pain stories you want to share, please leave them in the comments down below. If you missed my last video, you can click up here to watch that, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.